busy day, so it's taken us till now to answer the musical question, is Pete Hegseth in trouble? And the answer is no. There are people who would want him to be. They're trying to toll the bell for Pete because there's like another chat thing where from the same day. It's kind of like I just said, okay, fine, get a tighter circle on your signal chats. I know that they will. The big stuff is being done right. And Pete Hegseth, I love this first, Trump did some stuff at the Easter egg roll. Pete did some stuff at the Easter egg roll. So here's Pete just coming at his smear merchant tormentors amid the trappings of the Easter egg roll. Enjoy.
Do you have anything you want to say, sir, about the signal chat controversy?
What a big surprise that a few leakers get fired and suddenly a bunch of hit pieces come out from the same media that peddled the Russia hoax. Won't give back their Pulitzers. They got Pulitzers for a bunch of lies. Pulitzers for a bunch of lies and on hoaxes time and time and time again. And as they peddle those lies, no one ever calls them on it. See, this is what the media does. They take anonymous sources from disgruntled former employees, and then they try to slash and burn people and ruin their reputations. Not going to work with me, because we're changing the Defense Department, putting the Pentagon back in the hands of warfighters, and anonymous smears from disgruntled former employees on old news doesn't matter. So I'm happy to be here at the Easter egg roll with my dad and my kids, because this is what we're doing it for. These kids right here. This is why we're fighting the fake news media. This is why we're fighting slash and burn Democrats. This is why we're fighting hoaxsters. Hoaxsters. This group, no, this group right here, full of hoaxsters that peddle anonymous sources from leakers with axes to grind, and then you put it all together as if it's some news story. And when we know it, we know exactly what it is. So I'm really proud of what we're doing for the president, fighting hard across the board, and I'm going to go roll some Easter eggs with my kids. Thank you very much. Have spoken to the president, and we are going to continue fighting on the same page all the way.
It does kind of add a festive air, doesn't it? Maybe a lot of other messaging ought to come from the Easter egg roll. There's something about the trumpets in the background, a big, bunny walking by in the back. Maybe other other messaging moments could be helped by that. But in all seriousness, Pete wasn't done. Went on with Fox this morning and tackled, without the distracting background noise, tackled a little bit of what he thinks people are trying to do to him.
They've come after me from day one, just like they've come after President Trump. I've gotten a fraction of what President Trump got in that first term. What he's endured is superhuman. It's not hard for me to do this job. I know exactly why I'm here. To bring warfighting and the warfighting ethos back to the Pentagon, to rip out the insidious ideologies and not compromise and not back down. To bring in new press voices into the Pentagon, which we've done, to reestablish standards and accountability, to not tolerate leakers, to 100% operational control of our border, to get rid of trans lunacy in the military. We haven't backed down. See, here's the thing. A lot of people come to Washington and they just play the game. And it's you punch their ticket and get along to go along. And, start doing Meet the Press and going to the Council on Foreign Relations and spending time with all the new cocktail sipping crowd. That's not why I'm here. I'm here because President Trump asked me to bring warfighting back to the Pentagon every single day. Right. That is our focus. And if people don't like it, they can come after me. No worries. I'm standing right here. The warfighters are behind us. Our enemies know they're on notice. Our allies know we're behind them. And that, in this dangerous world, for the American people is what it's all about.
I supported Pete Hegseth without reservation when his name was announced. And now I just think it's more important than ever to stand behind this guy as the jackals come after him. Pardon me. And what we have here is kind of a redefinition of what experience means. Experience in the old school was finding somebody with 20 years of service on some blue ribbon panel or on the board of some defense contractor or some such. That's not what experience is in the era of Trump. Trump himself had no presidential experience. And look what the man has been able to do. Linda McMahon is not steeped in bookish education experience. You got to be an attorney to be attorney general and stuff like that. But by and large, experience is being redefined as bringing in people with fresh eyes, a fresh perspective, and the ability to bring their energy and their spine and their heart for service into the mix so that they can bring about change faster than almost anybody else ever has. I mean, we could be wandering along at the same sclerotic glacial pace as we usually have, but you know what? I kind of like the way things are going right now.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.